In the vast, untouched corners of our planet, there exists a world sculpted not by human hands, but by the relentless forces of time and nature. These last great wildernesses are canvases of staggering beauty and unforgiving reality. Here, colossal mountains pierce the clouds and rivers carve ancient paths, sustaining all life. Every creature is attuned to survival, their lives a testament to the planet's enduring power. This is the wild arena, breathtaking, honest, and absolute. A world beyond our own, continuing its ancient dance, indifferent to our presence. In this grand arena, one law reigns: survival. Every creature is both hunter and hunted, every day a test of strength, speed, and cunning. The savannah's harmony is a fierce balance, life and death intertwined. Here, every path is a risk, every moment a struggle. Welcome to the wild arena. In this wild domain, life and death move to an ancient rhythm set by the sun and moon. As dawn breaks, nocturnal hunters fade and the day's creatures emerge, each playing their part in a timeless dance. Here, every ending fuels a new beginning, nature's eternal cycle of balance and renewal. Every creature in this vast theatre is an actor, driven not by a script but by the powerful, undeniable force of instinct. These are not learned behaviors in the way we understand them. They are deep, primal urges encoded into the very DNA of each animal. It is instinct that tells a newborn wildebeest to stand and run within minutes of its birth, a crucial skill in a world teeming with predators. It is instinct that guides a lioness on a hunt, her body moving with a lethal grace that is the culmination of millions of years of predatory evolution. This is not thought, but pure, unadulterated impulse, a direct line to the ancient knowledge required for survival. The performances that unfold daily are breathtaking in their complexity and emotional depth. We see rivalries that are as intense and dramatic as any human conflict. Two bull elephants clashing, their enormous bodies colliding with the force of a locomotive, are not just fighting over territory or mating rights, they are engaged in a raw contest of power that will determine their genetic legacy. We witness acts of incredible tenderness, such as a mother baboon meticulously grooming her infant, strengthening social bonds that are essential for the troops' cohesion and safety. These are not random occurrences, they are vital scenes in the ongoing drama of life. The stage itself is alive, an active participant in the unfolding narrative. The wind carries the scent of prey to a predator, or the scent of danger to a herd. A sudden downpour can turn a hunt in an instant, giving the quarry a chance to escape as the predator slips in the mud. The landscape is not a passive backdrop. It is a dynamic force that shapes every action, influences every outcome, and adds its own layer of unpredictability to the performance. The actors must constantly adapt to this ever-changing stage, reading its signs and using its features to their advantage, whether it is finding cover in a rocky outcrop or using the noise of a river to mask their approach. In this theatre there are no villains and no heroes. These are human concepts that have no meaning here. The cheetah that brings down a gazelle is not evil. It is a parent feeding its cubs. The gazelle is not a tragic victim, it is a link in a food chain that sustains the entire ecosystem. Each player is simply fulfilling its role, driven by the biological imperative to survive and reproduce. What we are witnessing is life in its most honest and unvarnished state, a world of fierce competition, profound connection, and a brutal, beautiful balance. This is the wild arena, and the performance is about to begin. In the heart of the savannah, where the sun beats down, lies the lion's kingdom, defined not by walls but by scent and sound. This is the domain of the lion, apex predator of this vast grassy realm. Beneath the acacia's shade, a pride rests, languid yet always alert. The pride's strength lies in its lionesses, a sisterhood bound by blood and necessity. Their kingdom is vast, its borders fiercely defended. Cubs play under watchful eyes, learning the skills they'll need to survive. The dominant male, king of the pride, is a magnificent creature, his dark mane a symbol of power and protection. His reign is hard-won and always under threat, demanding constant vigilance. He marks his territory, roars his dominance, and stands as guardian of his bloodline. Every day he faces rivals and danger. His scars are testament to battles fought. In the end, power is fleeting, defended with tooth and claw until exile or death. As dusk begins to settle over the plains, casting long shadows and cooling the air, a different energy stirs within the pride. The indolence of the day gives way to a focused intensity. This is the time of the hunt, and it is the lionesses who are the undisputed masters of this domain. They are the pride's providers, a highly coordinated team of killers whose success depends on strategy, communication, and a deep, instinctual understanding of one another. They rise, stretching their powerful muscles, their golden eyes now sharp with purpose. They exchange low growls and rub their heads together, reinforcing the social bonds that will be crucial in the dangerous work that lies ahead. Unlike other large cats who hunt alone, lions have harnessed the power of the collective. This allows them to tackle prey much larger and more powerful than any single lioness could bring down alone, such as a fully grown wildebeest or a formidable buffalo. The hunt is a masterclass in tactical warfare. It begins in silence, with the lionesses fanning out, using the contours of the land and the direction of the wind to their advantage. They move with incredible stealth, their low-slung bodies almost invisible in the tall grass. Each lioness seems to know her role without a single audible command, a testament to their shared experience and deep-rooted instincts. The strategy is one of encirclement and ambush. Some lionesses, often the older and more experienced members of the team, will take up positions to drive the target herd towards their hidden sisters. Others will lie in wait, their bodies coiled like springs, muscles trembling with anticipation. The tension is palpable, a silent, deadly game of patience where a single misstep could ruin the entire effort. They wait for the perfect moment when the prey is in the most vulnerable position, often targeting an individual that is young, old, or shows signs of weakness. It is a calculated assessment of risk and reward, a decision made in a split second. When the signal is given, perhaps by a flick of a tail or a subtle shift in posture, the trap is sprung. The chase is an explosion of power and speed, a chaotic cloud of dust and thundering hooves. The lionesses work in concert, their individual efforts merging into a single lethal purpose. They harry their chosen target, cutting it off from the safety of the herd and steering it towards the waiting ambush. The final moments are a brutal display of strength, as the combined weight and power of several lionesses are required to bring the struggling animal to the ground. This cooperative effort is the key to their survival, the engine that powers the entire kingdom. Hidden away in rocky dens or dense thickets, a lioness gives birth to tiny, vulnerable cubs. For weeks, she shields them from danger. When strong enough, the cubs join the pride, learning through play and facing threats from predators and rival males. Their survival is the future of the kingdom. For months, the kingdom has thrived under its king, but peace is fleeting. A lone nomad appears on the horizon, powerful, scarred, and ambitious. The pride grows tense. The king rises, ready to defend his reign. Across the savannah, a silent war of nerves begins. Only one will rule. The standoff cannot last. Two colossal males clash in a brutal test of strength and endurance. The old king, weary from years of rule, falters. The challenger seizes his moment, driving the king back. With a triumphant roar, a new reign begins. The wild's unforgiving cycle continues. The river is a lifeline through the dry savannah, a tranquil oasis, yet beneath its glassy surface, danger lurks. Crocodiles, ancient masters of patience, wait motionless, blending with the river's shadows. Every creature approaches with caution, drawn by thirst, but wary of the hidden threat. Here, survival depends on patience, vigilance, and the ancient rules of this realm. The Nile crocodile is a living fossil, a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. Its armored body, powerful tail, and formidable jaws make it the ultimate aquatic ambush predator. Perfectly adapted for life at the water's edge, it dominates its environment with explosive power and ancient resilience, a true survivor of the waterways. Crocodiles may gather in numbers, but their society is ruled by fierce territorial instincts. The river is a mosaic of invisible boundaries, each jealously guarded by the largest, most powerful males. When these lines are crossed, the uneasy peace shatters, and a brutal contest for supremacy erupts in the river of teeth. Along a prime stretch of river, a massive bull hippo has died, its carcass now a feast for crocodiles. The resident titan, a colossal male, claims the prize, until a rival nearly as large emerges from downstream. Two giants, hungry and determined, lock eyes. The river is about to witness a titanic struggle. Two colossal crocodiles clash in a brutal war of jaws and power. Their bodies twist, jaws snap, and the river churns with violence. The older king falters, the challenger seizes his chance, and victory is claimed. The defeated retreats, and the new ruler feasts, his dominance sealed in blood. As dawn breaks over the misty savannah, a new kingdom emerges, not of predators, but of gentle giants. African elephants move as one, their massive forms softened by the morning light. Bound by deep social ties, the herd protects its youngest, guided by the wisdom of their matriarch. Together, they follow ancient paths led by memory towards water, food, and safety. Leading the herd is the matriarch, oldest, wisest, and trusted by all. Her memory is a living library. She knows every waterhole, safe path, and threat. Her calm guides the herd, her alarm unites them. More than a leader, she is the heart and soul of her family, passing down survival itself. The elephant herd is a testament to the power of family. At its heart is the unbreakable bond between mother and calf, nurtured by the entire herd. Through touch, care, and cooperation, elephants create a network of trust and empathy, ensuring every member is protected, loved, and never left behind. While the herd is a model of cooperation, it is not entirely without internal friction. On the periphery of the main group, the young males or teenage bulls are beginning to feel the surge of testosterone. They are full of a restless energy, larger and stronger than the females of their age, but lacking their maturity and experience. Their days are filled with play fighting, pushing and shoving each other in mock battles that are a vital rehearsal for the serious contests they will one day face. These sparring matches help them to establish a hierarchy among themselves and develop the skills needed to survive outside the protective fold of the matriarchal family. As this young bull grows in size and confidence, he begins to push the boundaries of the herd's tolerance. He becomes more aggressive, more boisterous, challenging the authority of the older females. He might chase away smaller animals from a waterhole or disrupt the careful, quiet foraging of the family with his boisterous behavior. These actions are a test, an assertion of his growing power and independence. He is caught between the world of his natal family and the solitary life of an adult bull that awaits him. This period of adolescence is a time of confusion and conflict for both the young male and the rest of the herd. The matriarch observes this behavior with a patient but firm eye. She understands this phase, having witnessed it countless times with other young males in her long life. For minor transgressions, a low rumble or a stern look is often enough to quell the disruption. She allows him a certain amount of leeway, understanding his need to test his strength. However, there is a line that cannot be crossed. If his aggressive behavior becomes a genuine threat to the safety or cohesion of the herd, particularly to the younger calves, she will not hesitate to act. Her authority, built on wisdom and respect, must be maintained for the good of all. The moment of confrontation arrives. The young bull, in a surge of misplaced confidence, becomes overly aggressive towards a younger calf, pushing it away from its mother. This is an unacceptable breach of the family's code. The matriarch moves in swiftly. She does not need to display overt violence. She simply stands before him, her massive head held high, her ears spread wide to maximize her size. She fixes him with an intense, unblinking stare and emits a deep, powerful rumble that vibrates with sheer authority. It is a silent, overwhelming display of dominance, a clear and final warning. The young bull, faced with the absolute certainty of her power, instantly backs down, his brief rebellion quashed. The confrontation ends swiftly. The young bull, humbled, retreats to the edge, learning the matriarch's lesson. With harmony restored, she signals the herd onward. Guided by her wisdom, the elephants march together, calves protected at the center. Their strength lies not in force, but in unity, memory, and the leadership of their wise matriarch. As dawn breaks, a new predator emerges. Not with size, but with speed and teamwork. African wild dogs, their coats a patchwork of color, gather at their den. Their morning ritual is a flurry of greetings, licks, twitters, and playful chases, strengthening the pack's unity. This ceremony is more than play, it's the foundation of their deadly cooperation. Led by the alpha female, the pack shifts from play to focus, readying for the hunt. Each member has a role, and their commitment to the group is absolute. As the sun rises, they move out as one, their bodies built for endurance, vanishing into the bush. For painted dogs, survival is a dance of precision and teamwork. The hunt begins with silent signals, a flick of a tail, a glance, binding the pack in perfect coordination. They don't hide, instead they test herds, searching for weakness. Once a vulnerable target is found, the alpha female leads the charge, and the pack falls into formation. Some dogs push the prey, others flank, all taking turns to conserve energy. Their relay system lets them outlast any solitary predator. In the chaos, a young pup becomes lost, calling out with a high-pitched "hoo!" Alone and vulnerable, its fate now rests on the pack's loyalty. The hunt's success depends not just on skill, but on the strength of their social bonds. Even mid-chase, the pack senses the missing pup. Two dogs break off to search, while the rest continue their relentless pursuit. The impala, fast but lacking stamina, is gradually worn down by the dog's endurance. The searchers quickly find the pup, reunite, and guide it back. The pack values every member. Safety is as vital as the hunt. As the impala tires, the dogs close in, executing a swift, coordinated takedown. The kill is efficient, the reunion seamless. Both the hunt and the rescue succeed, a testament to their dual priorities. For wild dogs, victory means food and family, always together. At the kill, there's no chaos, just order and care. Pups eat first, guarded by adults, ensuring the next generation thrives. Injured or absent members are prioritized next. Hunters gorge, then regurgitate meat for those left behind. This sharing system means no one goes hungry. In minutes, the carcass is stripped clean and the pack prepares to return home. Their success lies not in strength or stealth, but in unity and cooperation. The wild dog's true power is their bond, a superorganism built on trust. We leave the open plains for the dense jungle, a world of shadows and secrets. Here, sunlight barely reaches the ground and life is layered from floor to canopy. The jungle favors stealth and patience over teamwork. Predators here are masters of ambush, relying on camouflage and sudden bursts of speed. Sound is both a tool and a weapon, revealing, warning, or intimidating. Competition is fierce and strategies are complex. In this tangled world, silence can kill, but noise can save. Even the strongest hunter must sometimes yield to the power of the crowd. High in the boughs of a fig tree lies the master of jungle stealth, the leopard. Its golden rosettes blend perfectly into the shadows, making it nearly invisible. With silent, powerful movements, it stalks prey from above. Today it targets a young bushbuck below, but chaos erupts. A troop of baboons shatters the silence, and the hunt is lost. The source of the disruption crashes into the clearing. It is a large troop of chakma baboons, a force of nature moving through the forest with boisterous and chaotic energy. They are a highly organized and intelligent society, but their progress is anything but quiet. The troop is a multi-generational family led by a coalition of large, powerful males whose formidable canine teeth are as long as a leopard's. They are omnivores, their day spent foraging for roots, fruits, insects, and anything else edible they can find. Their method of foraging is thorough and destructive, tearing at plants, overturning rocks, and filling the air with their constant noisy communication. The troop operates with a principle of collective security. Their strength lies in their numbers and their aggressive, coordinated defense. The large males patrol the periphery of the group, constantly vigilant for threats, while the females and youngsters forage in the protected center. They have a deep instinctual hatred for leopards, their most significant natural predator. Upon spotting the hunter in the tree, the baboons do not flee. Instead, they react with immediate unified aggression. The lead male lets out a booming bark, a call to arms that galvanizes the entire troop. The peaceful foraging instantly transforms into a mobbing, a focused and furious assault. The noise is a weapon. The troop directs a barrage of sound at the leopard, a wall of intimidating barks, screams, and aggressive grunts designed to unnerve and overwhelm their enemy. They begin to climb the surrounding trees, shaking branches and displaying their own formidable weaponry. The males, emboldened by their numbers, make short, aggressive lunges towards the leopard's position. They are not trying to kill the cat, a task that would be perilous even for them. Their goal is to harass, to intimidate, and to drive the predator out of their territory, ensuring the safety of their own vulnerable young. It is a calculated display of power, the force of the collective against the solitary hunter. The leopard, a creature whose entire hunting strategy is predicated on stealth and surprise, is now the center of unwanted attention. Its cover is blown, its position exposed to the entire jungle. It responds with deep guttural snarls, its ears flattened against its head, its tail twitching in agitation, but it is outnumbered and outmaneuvered. The relentless noise and the bold advances of the large males create a hostile environment where a successful hunt is impossible. The silent hunter, the master of ambush, finds itself besieged by a force it cannot defeat through strength alone. In this jungle rivalry, the power of noise is proving to be a formidable adversary. Forced into a decision, the leopard chooses retreat. To stay and fight would be a foolish waste of energy with a high risk of injury, and an injured predator is a starving predator. With a final frustrated snarl, it abandons its perch. It leaps from the tree and makes a swift tactical withdrawal, melting back into the dense undergrowth. The baboons give a final triumphant chorus of barks, their victory confirmed. They have successfully chased away one of the jungle's most feared killers, not through superior strength, but through superior numbers and a masterful use of organized chaos. They have reclaimed this patch of the jungle as their own, and the troop settles back into its noisy routine of foraging. High above this terrestrial drama, another pair of eyes has been watching the entire event unfold. Perched on the highest branch of a towering emergent tree, far above the chaos of the baboon troop, sits a martial eagle. It is one of Africa's largest and most powerful eagles, a supreme aerial predator whose domain is the sky itself. From this vantage point, it commands a panoramic view of the canopy, its eyesight so sharp it can spot the slightest movement from over a mile away. The noisy conflict between the leopard and the baboons below has not escaped its notice. It has observed the entire interaction with a calm, detached patience. The eagle is not merely an idle spectator. It is a hunter of unparalleled skill, and the chaos created by the baboons presents an opportunity. While the troop's attention was focused downward on the retreating leopard, they inadvertently made themselves vulnerable to attack from above. The eagle's primary prey includes mammals like monkeys and small antelope, and a young, distracted baboon would make a perfect target. The eagle shifts its weight on the branch, its powerful talons gripping the wood, its mind calculating the complex variables of wind speed, distance, and the position of its potential quarry. The noisy victory of the baboons may yet come at a terrible price. But the moment passes. The troop, having settled, is now more vigilant. The youngsters once again protected within the center of the group. The eagle, a master of energy conservation, decides against an attack. The element of surprise has been lost. It lets the opportunity go, knowing another will present itself soon enough. It continues its silent vigil, a silent judge presiding over the endless rivalries of the jungle below. The interaction we have witnessed, the silent leopard, the noisy baboons, the watchful eagle, is a perfect microcosm of the jungle itself. It is a complex, multi-layered arena where survival is a constant negotiation between stealth, strength, and the ever-present threat from an unexpected quarter. As the sun sets over the African savannah, a gentle peace settles across the land. The wild arena holds its breath, reflecting on the drama, survival, and beauty witnessed today. With the last light fading, a new chorus rises, and the cycle of life continues in this magnificent theater. In observing these raw and often violent dramas, it is easy for us to apply our own human labels. We might see the victorious lion as a tyrant, the defeated crocodile as a victim, or the leopard, thwarted in its hunt, as a villain whose plans were justly foiled. But to do so is to fundamentally misunderstand the world we have entered. In the wild arena, there are no heroes and no villains. These are concepts born of human morality, and they have no place here. The wild is cruel, yet it is also beautiful. It is relentlessly violent, yet it is also perfectly balanced. It operates on a single, profound truth that exists beyond our judgment. Every creature we have watched is driven by the same powerful, undeniable imperative, the need to live. The challenger lion, who claimed the pride, was not motivated by malice, but by the biological urge to pass on his genes, the very engine of evolution. The crocodile that fought for the carcass was not greedy. It was securing the energy needed to survive for months. The baboons who mobbed the leopard were not bullies. They were parents protecting their vulnerable young from their most feared predator. Each action, no matter how brutal it may seem to us, is a necessary move in the intricate and unforgiving game of survival. The harmony we perceive in nature is not born of peace, but of this constant dynamic conflict. It is a harmony forged in the crucible of chaos. The death of the impala feeds the painted dog pups, ensuring the continuation of their line. The culling of the weakest members of a herd by predators ensures the overall health and strength of the species. The recycling of a fallen giant's body back into the earth by scavengers enriches the soil and fuels new life. There is no good or evil in this cycle. There is only life unfolding, transforming, and continuing, again and again, in a seamless and unending flow of energy. This is perhaps the most difficult and most important lesson the wild arena has to teach us. It asks us to set aside our preconceptions and to witness the world as it truly is, not as we wish it to be. It is a world of pure cause and effect, of instinct and necessity. There is no villain here. There is no malice in the jaws of the predator, nor tragedy in the final breath of the prey. There is only life in all its fierce, beautiful and terrifying complexity, playing its part in an ancient dance that began long before we were here to watch it, and will continue long after we are gone. The night now holds dominion over the land. The moon casts a pale silver light over the plains, creating a world of monochrome shadows where the nocturnal hunters now reign supreme. The lionesses of the newly conquered pride will soon begin their hunt, their golden eyes piercing the darkness, their purpose to feed themselves and the cubs of a new king. The leopard, its earlier failure forgotten, will stalk the moonlit jungle, its silent paws carrying it towards another opportunity. The rhythms of the night are as ancient and as relentless as those of the day. Life does not stop when the sun goes down. It simply changes its form, its pace, its cast of characters. In the darkness, the world resets. The tensions of the day are resolved, the battles won and lost. The fallen have become food, their energy transferred back into the vibrant web of life that connects every living thing in this ecosystem. The survivors rest, gather their strength, and prepare for the challenges that the next day will inevitably bring. This nightly pause is essential. It is a time of healing, of digestion, of growth. It is nature's way of turning the page, of ensuring that the stage is cleared and ready for the next performance, for the next act in this endless drama. For as surely as the sun has set, it will rise again. The promise of dawn is the promise of renewal. The first rays of light will once again spill across the horizon, and the entire cycle will begin anew. The elephants will continue their great journey, guided by their matriarch's memory. The painted dogs will gather for their morning ritual, reinforcing the bonds that make them such formidable hunters. New challenges will be met, new rivalries will ignite, and new lives will begin and end. The wild is never static. It is a world of constant motion, of perpetual change, a system that is always striving for and achieving a state of fierce and dynamic equilibrium. The wild arena is a powerful reminder of the untamed heart of our planet. It is a world governed by ancient laws, a theater of instinct where every day is a masterpiece of survival. It is a testament to the incredible resilience and adaptability of life in all its forms. The stories we have seen are not isolated events. They are happening right now, and they will happen again tomorrow and for millennia to come. The hunt, the struggle, the cooperation, the conflict, it all begins anew with the rising of the sun. For in this world there is no final curtain. There is only the endless, beautiful and brutal cycle of life itself.